Alien would release in the summer of 1979, and its official tie-in magazine from Warren would come out that December, promising sensational new pictures, scenes cut from the films, the chestburster in color, and special effects photos. But as an added bonus, it also included the first report on Alien 2, which is what we're going to focus on today. According to the magazine's writer Richard Myers, plans were already underway for a sequel to Alien as soon as it released, and became one of the most enormously profitable sci-fi blockbusters in film history. Adding that creative people connected to the film believed that 20th Century Fox had 4 different sequel scenarios that were being considered at the time. I actually covered this article in a video a long time ago, but I really think it's worth revisiting with the recent release of Alien Romulus and the upcoming release of Alien Earth. So let's take a look at the proposals for Alien 2 from 45 years ago. The first idea suggests that the alien, merely stunned by its close encounter with the shuttle engines, manages to survive outside of the craft and reaches civilization along with Ripley, which is exactly what happens in Alien Romulus, where the xenomorph, in a kind of stasis and inside of a cocoon-like formation, is discovered near the wreckage of the Nostromo and taken back to Weyland-Yutani's Renaissance space station, which technically is civilization. And if you pay attention to a few quick scenes in the film, you can see that Ellen Ripley and the shuttle Narcissus are also on the station until they are launched safely away before the station meets its doom. Next up, a second expedition is sent to and stranded on LV-426, where they are forced to weather a storm within the derelict in their own ship, while its members deal with a group of aliens, climaxed by an appearance of the space jockeys. Now, this pretty much lines up with James Cameron's Aliens, where we saw Ellen Ripley and the Colonial Marines become stranded on LV-426 for a period of time when their dropship was attacked by a xenomorph. Instead of the derelict, the team would take refuge inside of Hadley's Hope, and the final act would switch out the space jockeys with the introduction of the alien hive and the xenomorph queen. This idea comes up again in Prometheus, where another crew must take shelter from a storm, and most of them make it back to the ship, except for Fifield and Milburn, who are lost and must wait out the storm in the Juggernaut. The third proposal is a prequel rather than a sequel, telling the tale of the space jockey and ending where Alien begins with the arrival of the Nostromo crew. Early on during the idea phase for Prometheus, there was a thought that it could tie directly into Alien, though none of the released and verified scripts actually ended that way, with all of them leaving room for further exploration and possible sequels. And instead of learning about the outbreak that led to the facehugger subduing the Acheron space jockey, Prometheus would focus on a group of engineers who were nearly wiped out from an outbreak of aliens and pathogen. Which brings us to the final idea, where the planetoid of the alien explodes, sending alien eggs to Earth, where shades of invasion of the body snatchers, a whole flock of the monsters, runs rampant. Now, this has to be the weakest and most comical of the proposals. I just don't see how the Ovomorphs would survive the destruction of LV-426, and if they did, they'd burn up in the Earth's atmosphere or be smashed to a pulp on impact. It does, however, suggest that alien eggs or Ovomorphs would end up on Earth. The xenomorphs have made it to our homeworld in the expanded universe materials and in AVP Requiem, but it now looks like they'll be on the home planet in something closer to the canon of the films with the upcoming Alien Earth series by Noah Hawley, which I hope will have a more grounded take on aliens invading Earth than eggs raining down from space. As much as their ideas look like a bunch of predictions that came true, I think it really just shows how much the film had captivated the people who worked on it, and that they were already planning and discussing what they would do with a follow-up. Ridley Scott has said that he was surprised that later entries hadn't revisited the space jockey, and it appears that his wish to see more of the mysterious creature was echoed by others who had worked on the film. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I hope to see you next time.